Imagine, you're an aspiring artist, sharing your art on a social media platform. You have a very small audience, and your original art gets hold 2 likes on average. However, one day, out of the blue, on a freshly published post, you get a reply. Hello, are you available for commission? Inbox me. What would you do? Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to tell you how to beat an art scammer. Or basically, I'm just going to tell you a story of how I almost got scammed on Tumblr. This type of scam, as far as I know, is prevalent on other platforms as well, like Instagram and Twitter. But it happened to me on Tumblr. So, on the 6th of August, I posted on Tumblr, and as soon as I did, I got a reply. Hello. Are you available for commission? Inbox me. I only noticed the reply 2 days later and then texted that person. Hi, I don't do commissions, but I can do it as a request for free, obviously. This person never got back to me, so something tells me they didn't really want a drawing. Their account is still active and has only one post, which is a reblog from another artist, so there isn't much to go off, honestly. Then, on the 9th of August, I posted again, and got a similar reply from a different account. It went something like this. Hi, if you're available for commission, DM me. I also remember there was a word kindly somewhere in that sentence. Unfortunately, I didn't screenshot any communication with that person, but the conversation went something like this. Hi, I'm available for commission. I want you to draw my picture and I'm willing to pay for it. Great, what's the picture in question? I got the picture, obviously, and I said, wow, so beautiful. Then I want half body, color, no background. Would you like it done in traditional or in digital? Digital. Great. You know what? I'll do it for free because I'm in Russia and there is no way I can get any money from abroad right now. The drawing will be ready in a week or so. To which I got just okay. So I started this particular portrait the next day, and I was really excited to do it because I've never done drawings for strangers before. I mean, I did several commissions, but all of them were for people I knew personally. So, though for free, I was determined to do it right. This time, the profile had a bunch of posts and a profile picture. The only thing which I found weird was the fact that this person wasn't following me. Like, why would you ask for commission if you're not interested in my art? On the 13th, I was determined to finish the said portrait. But before I did, I posted once more and got a reply asking about commissions from a different account. I texted the person and they replied in a pretty broken English, which is not necessarily an indicator of something being wrong, but it did sound an alarm in my head. Awesome! I'm glad with your work. Did you love drawing humans, landscape, or pets? Do you accept PayPal? By that time, I made an EasyStaff account, which works with my bank. So I replied, unfortunately, my PayPal isn't active at the moment. I use EasyStaff to receive payments. And I got blocked immediately. I was kinda confused, and then I realized that the previous chat disappeared. The account that asked for a portrait no longer existed, as well as the account which I just chatted with. So that was the moment I realized that those were most likely a scam. I googled it, and sure enough I found a bunch of posts on Tumblr talking about it. Like, there is a lot, and not all of them are necessarily related to this type of art scam on Tumblr, but some of them are, and I wanted to share some of them with you. So, the most recent and detailed post which I found about it on Tumblr was from @1karu. I hope I said that right. The link is going to be in the description. It's from July 1st, and it reads, PSA, Tumblr DMs art scam. This scam has been widespread for a while now, and many of you likely already know about it. But I have seen a few people fall for it recently, so I thought I'd make a PSA explaining the scam and how to recognize and avoid it. Please share this around so that more people can see it. How the scam tends to work. If you post art here on Tumblr, you may have received comments that read, "Hello, do you offer commissions? DM me," or something similar. Unfortunately, these comments are scam. If you DM the scammer, they will request artwork or something fairly generic, such as a family pet, before asking for contact information, such as your email or PayPal. If you give them this information, they will then send you a fraudulent email claiming to be from PayPal that claims the scammer accidentally sent you too much money. They will then request that you quote-unquote refund the extra money that they sent. In reality, the scammer has not actually sent you any money, and they are hoping to trick you into sending them your own money so that they can cut contact and run off with it. Please keep in mind that the scammer's tactics may vary from case to case. I will link the post in the description and you can read more if you want, and probably you should if you are an artist as well, because that's what almost got me. To sum up, there are a couple of things which have to be taken into the account when, somebody texts you and asks for a commission. Check their account. Is it active? Does it have a profile picture? What's the name of the account? Are there any posts, reblogs, or what? Is it a real person? Or rather, is it a person who genuinely uses a social media platform to, enjoy or share their art and life stuff? Second, look for the broken English, because though I'm not a native speaker, I can recognize when something's up with the language, because even I don't make those mistakes and I choose words differently. Though again, I'm not a native speaker, so look out for that. Though there are people who genuinely can't write properly because, we have different language skills and stuff. Also, again, I've seen from many posts that it's a very recurring theme with people asking for their own portrait, for the portrait of their dog, for the portrait of their son's or daughter's dog. So, not dog necessarily a pet. So that's another thing. One of the most important points that I read through several posts, and some of them do ask for your, private information. Don't give it away. Just don't, digital security. We know that. We follow that. We do not fuck up. Lastly, I was reading a Reddit thread, and one person mentioned that another indicator could be that the person you're texting with, they do not reply to the follow-up questions. If you, not rather follow-up questions, but if you put two questions in a row, they will reply to only one of them, and most likely this is going to be the last one. They just do not reply to more than one question. So maybe it's something to look out for. If you want a really deep dive into this topic, you can find a great one at scam-alerts on Tumblr. I will leave a link in the description, and I do recommend reading through it because, especially if you're an artist, it's going to be very useful so you don't get scammed. Honestly, I don't really understand why people would try to scam small artists or artists in general, it's not like we're the kind of people to have a lot of money, if I'm being honest. You know, the poor artist stereotype is still alive, and many of us are supporting it by existing. So I don't really get the thing. It's like, it's just shitty. Scam is just like shitty. I don't know. Are you too lazy to go and get a job? But you know, it's a whole another topic. I was just super excited to get my first quote-unquote out-of-town commission. I decided to not waste my time finishing this portrait and leave it as it is. Ultimately, the thing which saved my super excited ass from being scammed is the sanctions! Because, you know, I can't use PayPal where I'm from. So, if you actually want to get a commission from me, you can shoot me a message on Twitter or Tumblr, and the payment process will happen through Easy Stuff and Voice. Or you could just buy me a gift certificate on Steam, because I'm not fooling anybody. I spend all of my money on my video game addiction. So that's all for now. Thank you so much for watching. See you next one.